Welcome back to J&M Paranormal. In this video, we will be looking at 3 more haunted locations and the history behind them. If you like this content, please hit the subscribe button and leave us a comment below. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. The Eastern State Penitentiary, situated in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, is an imposing castle-like structure that played a significant role in the history of the American penal system. Established in 1829, this prison was a pioneer in implementing the concept of solitary confinement, a system that amplified isolation to extreme levels. In the solitude of Eastern State Penitentiary, prisoners were made to live alone, eat alone, and even exercise alone. The level of isolation was so intense that whenever an inmate had to leave his cell, a guard would shroud his head with a hood to prevent him from seeing or being seen by others. This led to a profound sense of isolation and often mental distress among inmates. Overcrowding forced the prison to abandon its solitary system from 1913 until its closure in 1970. However, the abandonment of solitary confinement did not lead to a decrease in severity in the forms of punishment. A gruesome example of this is the chaining of an inmate's tongue to his wrists, reflecting the grim and harsh reality of the prison's disciplinary measures. Today, the Eastern State Penitentiary is infamous as one of the most haunted places in America, and its dark history seems to have left an indelible mark. It now welcomes thousands of visitors annually, serving both as a museum and as a host of the annual Terror Behind the Walls celebration, a Halloween event that features 15 haunted attractions within the prison's formidable walls. Alleged hauntings and paranormal occurrences have become a substantial part of the prison's lore. Visitors and staff alike have reported hearing unexplained and eerie disembodied laughter echoing through the empty corridors. Shadowy figures have been seen gliding through the cells and hallways, appearing and disappearing without explanation. The sound of pacing footsteps with no visible source has often been heard, adding to the prison's unsettling atmosphere. Some even claim to have felt sudden temperature drops and inexplicable feelings of being watched. Guides and paranormal enthusiasts often share stories of encounters with the ghosts of former inmates, still trapped within the walls of the penitentiary. These tales continue to fascinate and chill those who venture within the prison, turning the Eastern State Penitentiary into a must-see destination for those interested in exploring the intersections between history and the supernatural. New England, with its scenic landscapes and rich history, is often celebrated for its charming covered bridges. Among these, Emily's Bridge in Stowe, Vermont stands out, not for its picturesque beauty, but for the eerie legends that surround it. Situated in the quaint town of Stowe, the 50-foot-long Emily's Bridge has become notorious as a hotspot for alleged paranormal activity. The bridge's haunting reputation dates back to a tragic event in the mid-1800s, when a young woman named Emily is said to have taken her own life on the bridge. According to the most common version of the legend, Emily had arranged to meet her lover at the bridge to elope. Dressed in her wedding gown, she eagerly awaited his arrival, but as the hours wore on, it became clear that he had abandoned her. Driven to despair, she hung herself from the bridge's rafters, a sad and haunting image that is now forever linked to this rustic structure. Since that tragic event, numerous visitors to the bridge have reported terrifying experiences. The most aggressive of these hauntings are attributed to Emily's restless ghost, who is said to express her rage and despair by clawing at passing cars. There have even been reports of pedestrians feeling sharp, inexplicable scratches on their backs that bleed, as though inflicted by unseen claws. But Emily's ghost is not only known for her malicious attacks. Many witnesses have described encountering slightly less menacing manifestations, such as images of a white apparition gliding near the bridge, or hearing strange voices and footsteps emanating from the dark tunnel of the bridge. These eerie occurrences have led to an endless stream of ghost enthusiasts and curious tourists visiting the site, often armed with cameras and recording equipment in an attempt to capture evidence of the supernatural. Other accounts add further layers to the story, with variations of the legend offering different explanations for Emily's lover's absence, such as a tragic accident on his way to the bridge, or even treachery and betrayal. Some locals also tell of strange, unexplained malfunctions with their vehicles as they cross the bridge, attributing these occurrences to Emily's lingering presence. Despite the frequent skepticism and attempts to debunk the stories, the legend of Emily's Bridge continues to thrive, making it one of Vermont's most famous haunted sites. Whether one views it as a chilling example of a broken-hearted ghost, or merely a captivating piece of folklore, Emily's Bridge remains a must-visit for those interested in the mysteries of the supernatural. The Honolulu International Airport in Hawaii is not just notorious for its flight delays and overpriced $13 sandwiches. It's also famed for its alleged haunting occurrences that send shivers down the spines of even the most seasoned travelers. The primary spectral entity at the airport is known as the Lady in Waiting. This haunting figure is described as a blonde woman donned in a white dress, and she is known to make appearances in restricted and off-limit areas of the airport. The legend of her origin is a tragic and romantic tale. According to the stories passed down, the woman fell deeply in love with a man who promised to marry her. Engulfed in love and anticipation, she awaited him at the gate for their journey to begin together. However, her love abandoned her, hopping on an international flight and leaving her heartbroken at the gate. Her ghost, it is said, still lingers there, forever waiting for the return of the man who betrayed her. But the Lady in Waiting is not the only strange phenomena reported at Honolulu International Airport. Passengers and staff have recounted other inexplicable occurrences that defy logical explanation. Some have described toilet paper rolls that spontaneously unravel on their own and toilets that flush without human intervention. While these occurrences may not be as dramatic or emotionally charged as the tale of the Lady in Waiting, they add to the airport's mystique, providing a chilling and eerie atmosphere that has led some to avoid certain areas altogether. These ghostly tales are so widespread that they have caught the attention of paranormal investigators, some of whom have tried to capture evidence of the ghostly encounters. Though no definitive proof has been found, the legend continues to thrive. Fueled by first-hand accounts from both travelers and airport staff, the stories of the haunting have become a part of the airport's folklore, turning an otherwise mundane layover into a thrilling and mysterious experience for those who dare to explore the legend of the Lady in Waiting and the other uncanny phenomena at Honolulu International Airport. Whether these tales are a product of collective imagination or rooted in some spectral truth, they remain an integral part of the airport's identity and allure. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment below and subscribe for more content just like this. Until next time, stay curious.